So you've of course seen the news already. You know of the tragedy. You've begun processing it, but it maybe doesn't feel real still. I didn't want to make this video, to be honest with you. I didn't want to be the first to jump on the news of something like this. Even so, I don't think that this will be a long video, and I'm sorry if you wanted a longer one, but I encourage you to watch plenty of tributes to André and Diogo's careers, their lives, to help you with the grieving process if that's helpful to you. We all grieve differently, so please do whatever it is that's best and feels right for you. Every time I thought about this yesterday, my stomach did a bit of a backflip, and I got that stinging feeling in the eyes like when you get hit in the nose, right? But this isn't about me, is what I came down to. It's not about what I want or don't want, and I cannot let time just go by without a tribute of some sort to Diogo and André. So maybe that was me being selfish. Maybe that was me being a coward and running away from something that I don't want to do. With my anxiety, I tend to do that. And then the guilt kicks in because you feel like you're making it about you in a way by staying silent, that you're being cowardly and not honoring the people who deserve to be honored. But like I said, Diogo and André deserve to be remembered and celebrated, and no amount of tributes on YouTube are enough for them. Obviously, that doesn't magically lessen the tragedy somehow. It doesn't bring back a father, a son, or beloved athletes, but it does right by them in assuring or at least contributing to them being remembered forever. And I don't think I'm alone in feeling this mix of fear and sadness, this unwillingness to face this head on. There have been tons of tributes from across the globe following what was some nightmarish news to wake up to. Literally the first thing I woke up to yesterday, as I'm sure was the case for so many of you as well. But one of the tributes articulated a similar sentiment, something that Mo Salah said. He said, "I never thought there would be something that would frighten me of going back to Liverpool after the break." I think what this running away or fear from acknowledging the tragedy is that in your brain, it then makes it real. Once you acknowledge it, it confirms the nightmare is the reality here. And it begins this process of letting go of someone in some way, letting go of two young men who happen to be brilliant footballers and achieve incredible things throughout their lives, who were humble, who were loved by many, who are the victims of a tragedy that makes no sense. A tire blowout, a freak accident, suddenly families are in ruin. Parents lose both of their children. A wife loses her life partner, whom she had been with for about 13 years, apparently, since high school. Children will grow up without their father. In his daughter's case, maybe without even a memory of her father. I mean, thankfully, there's enough media out there for his children to get a sense of how Diogo was as a person, his voice, his mannerisms, his sense of humor, his way of speaking, how he played football even. But there will be no day-to-day interactions. He won't be able to help build them up when they're feeling down, to give them advice as they navigate life, or even the most precious thing of all, to just spend time with him or to spend time with their uncle André. This really puts into perspective how precious time is. And of course, it's a loss for football fans as well. I'm not trying to diminish that at all, as this affects everyone. These players give us some unbelievable memories, right, that we cherish for the rest of our lives. It's a parasocial relationship, yes, not in the negative connotation of the word. Sometimes it is. But it's still something that we feel deeply because we go through all of the human emotions with these players. They frustrate us at times, but we still love them. It's a very human relationship. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. It's all still, like I said, it's all still processing. So this may be a bit incoherent. But I guess this is the reminder that none of us wanted. A very, very unfair reminder that nothing is promised, that anyone can be taken away from you at any given moment, that nothing is sacred except for time. And a reminder to cherish all of the moments that you are lucky enough to share with someone. I'm personally not a religious person. I guess I'm somewhat spiritual because I like to think that those who have passed know when I'm thinking of them somehow. I find comfort in not fully letting go by still having a dialogue, I guess. Maybe you do the same thing or something similar. We don't have to let go. These people live through us now. Maybe they changed you in some way. When you lose a family member, maybe they affected your sense of humor. They live on in some way through that. Your physical traits, they live on through you in that way. Maybe Diogo Jota made you a Liverpool fan. That's a remarkable lifelong impact on your life and maybe of your children. And he lives on through that. Maybe he lives on through small, maybe you modeled part of your own game around him. Maybe you wanted to strike the ball like him or become an aerial threat thanks to him, even though you're not that tall. He lives on through that. So in keeping that dialogue going, André Silva, may your family and friends heal from your loss when they're ready to do so, and if that's at all a possibility to truly do. And Diogo Jota, it's been inspiring to see the good that you did off of the pitch, how positively you affected those around you, how loved you were, and an honor to watch your career with Portugal and Liverpool. I'm so sorry to their friends, parents, children, and fans. Rest in peace.